So there are two ways you can do this question. One is the algebra, and the other is just kind of arguing where you expect that maximum possible length to happen. So if I call these sides AB, the hypotenuse is 20. So from Pythagorean theorem, that's the first relationship I have. And if this is the altitude, let me call that H, then area of this triangle is, if I consider those to be altitude and base, so that's one way to look at the area, and then I can also consider the hypotenuse as the base. So then the area would be that. So that means H is AB over 20. Now I'll apply the arithmetic mean, geometric mean inequality. And I'll actually use the square form. And why is that? Because I have an AB here, so that's 20H. And then I can square this because we'll get the A square plus B square. And that would be equal to 400 plus 2AB. So AB is 20H. So it's 400 plus 40H. And then I'm dividing it by 4. And that's 20H. So if I divide each term by 4, that becomes 100 plus 10H. That becomes 10H. I get 10H is less than or equal to 100. H is less than or equal to 10. You can see the max possible value is 10. So this is kind of how I did it. Now you can of course also argue that the maximum possible length would happen when these two sides are equal, because in other cases here, if this is 20 centimeter and this is small, you'll get a lower value of the altitude. And same thing if you were to make the right triangle like this. This stays at 20 centimeter. So maximum happens when both the sides are equal. And that means that if this is 20 and it's a right isosceles triangle, this would be 20 over root 2, which is really 10 root 2. Now if you look at this triangle here, this side is 10 root 2, that's 45. So this is x, this is x, this is x root 2, which means x must be 10. And that is actually exactly the length AP that we're talking about. So the maximum value is 10. And that happens when it's a right isosceles triangle. So these are the two ways I could think of it. There are probably other ways to think about it. I'll update the video as I kind of think more about this question. But this is how I've approached it for now. The answer is A.